Oh, hey there. Welcome back to Battery of Arms. Today we're doing something a little different. Old school, if you will. Turning back, the hands of time. Welcome back to Battery of Arms. I'm Doug. We are doing something a little different today, like I said in the intro. We are actually looking at a couple old firearms, not doing any new reviews, new anything. These are very historically important firearms. The first one I had to show you is modeled after the 1863 Springfield musket rifle. These were the very first rifled firearms for the military service. This one was actually built in 1864 during the height of the Civil War. This is not actually a Springfield. This is made by Normans and Clements from Massachusetts, actually. When Harper's Ferry caught fire, Springfield needed help, so they needed a whole bunch of small manufacturers to build firearms for them. So this is a very historical firearm right here. We'll not be shooting this gun today because I don't have anything to shoot it yet. I just want to show you what we will be shooting in transition to that. What we have here is a trapdoor Springfield. This particular one is a model 1884. They started these in the early 1870s. They're chambered for 50, 70, and I believe a couple other calibers. However, they settled with 45, 70. In the early times, these guns were converted off of the muskets. They actually cut into them and made them into these guns. But the model 1884, if I'm not mistaken, was the very first production rifle produced with this, not from part rifle. This is a brand new firearm for them. Had a brand new adjustable sight on it that had a rack and pinion, so you could adjust left and right, up and down. It was very improved for its time. Now, soldiers did not like these because they were used to just regular tangent sights. However, this shoots the venerable 45-70. You load it from the back here, you shut the trap door, and you pull the trigger. So this was used, this particular rifle, they were used from the 1870s up until about the early 1900s, 1902, 1903, when they were phased out. These were used during the Filipino War, Indian Wars. These are very popular on during the Native American Indian Wars. In the same time, we have another rifle here. This is kind of stuff that you'd see during that time. This is a model 1873 Winchester, chambered in 38-40. This is not a reproduction. This is made in 1889. This is the real deal. Now we're going to shoot these two rifles of historical significance. We'll get some chronograph readings, we'll test accuracy, and we want to see history come alive. Because you don't see these too much anymore. So let's get to some fun and learn some history in the meantime. All right, the first thing we're going to do is, I don't know if anybody's chronographed one of these things before, but I find it interesting to see what kind of speeds we're getting out of these. Now what I'm using is these rounds are developed for all rifles. They are a Remington core lock, however they're loaded down to be safe in these rifles, so it's, from what I've read, they're as close as you can get to the old school stuff. Let's do some chronograph readings. Like I said, you cock the hammer, open the trap door, take your round, you drop her in like so. Step, here we go. Ready?
Ready.
.1158. Not bad for a big old round. Then to unload it, you pull the hammer back and it ejects for you. Pretty cool. You imagine how much faster you were shooting back in the 1800s when you had this?
Put up a significance between your traditional musket.
Now let's do something different. We're going to use the Winchester. We're going to get some velocities out of the Winchester. And for the ammo I'm using today, is made by Red Eye Reloading out of Nichols, South Carolina. It's quite a bit smaller than the 45-70. However, not many people know this. We'll do this in another video. But the Model 1873 Winchester is the rifle that won the West, not the Model 94 like most people think. This was one of the most common rifles used, and 38-40 and 44-40 were the two most popular calibers. Little known fact. So, on this, it loads like a traditional Winchester. Load it from the side gate, just like so. And this is your dust cover. And this gun is wore out a little bit, so I'm gonna have to cock the hammer first. Like I said, she's a little wore out. All right, ready?
Ready.
Velocity, error. All right, well, let's try that one more time.
Too slow?
Wasn't too slow. Let's just try it again. Ready?
Ready.
.917. Now, right there, you just saw some old school firearms being fired. All right, let's get some other stuff done.
Okay.
We're standing here at 25 yards from our target. Now, you remember, before the Civil War, rifles were smoothbore. They would volley fire. They would just fire in lines, hoping to hit somebody. And then when the 1861 Springfield came out and it has a rifled musket, that changed the game. However, they still were 2-3 shots a minute if you were good. With this, you could get probably 6 shots a minute. Now, I'm not gonna do that, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot 25 yards away and 50 yards away at the target. See how accurate this old 100-plus-year-old rifle still is. Ready?
Ready.
Now, looks like I hit a little low at 25 yards. So I'm gonna aim a little higher this time.
Where are you aiming? Because I see where you hit.
I aim at the top target.
The top target, yeah.
Yeah, so we hit low. We'll go 50 yards, see, aim at the same spot and see what happens at 50 yards. I'll meet you back there. All right, here we are again. We are now 50 yards away from that target. And I'm gonna shoot at the bottom one to see if I can hit. Like I said, these sights aren't perfect, and neither am I. But as long as you can hit a man-sized target at this distance, you're more than good. Ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go see what happened. We're back.
A little bit of...
Right there?
No, there.
Oh,
right there.
where's my first shot?
You shot there first.
Oh, shooting high. I thought that was...
I saw the splintered right there. Then you had to hit that, and this may be like shrapnel damage.
Huh, from what?
Because you hit the wood, you went through the wood, and it probably exploded back there, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
So, at 50 yards, I mean, that's shooting high. Let's try that again. So here we are again at 50 yards. This time I'm gonna take a knee, shooting from a knee, and I'm gonna aim at the bottom target again to see if we can hit where we're actually aiming. A lot of unburnt powder in there. Ready?
Ready.
Right, meet with me down the target. Well, I hit almost the same exact spot. Huh. So it's shooting high.
So you gotta shoot lower then.
Yeah, shoot a lot lower. But what if we go out as far as I can see it? We're talking almost 100 yards, iron sights, with a 130-plus-year-old rifle. Now, I'm thinking though, I'm gonna aim for our dude here. And what I'm gonna do is turn this around. Boy, I'm weak as fuck. All right, so you figure a man-sized target, right? Big boy. We'll say you have a head, neck, broad shoulders.
We got shoulders.
Oh, he's a big boy. All right, so that's about a normal sized human, I'd say, for the day. You think?
Maybe.
So, Mr. We're gonna name this guy. His name is gonna be. It's Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. Cause you know why? He ain't got no legs.
Got no legs. He's got no legs. Fuck.
All right. Editing magic. We'll see you in 100 yards, right? 100 yards it is. We're at 95 actually because I can't go any too much further here. I have a man-sized silhouette target, at least my man-sized target size, down there on that drywall. I will be leaning off a tree to keep steady. His name, Lieutenant Dan. You ready?
Ready. I heard impact.
All right. Whew, that's hot. All right. Back to target. Well, Lieutenant Dan had no legs. Now he has no head
Or brain.
So I was aiming for this area. So it's still shooting high. It might be the way I'm using the sights. But for a 100-year-old rifle, it is not keyholing. It is staying center, because I aim for the center about here. So it tells you the engineering and the skills they had over 100 years ago to make a firearm and it still look this good and work this good. I'm impressed. I think now we'll finish up the Springfield and we'll shoot some blow up bits and see how the 4570 works. We're back. Now for some fun stuff. We'll be shooting a gallon of water with the 4570 from a close distance, since the thing seems to be shooting feet high. Then we'll shoot a watermelon, slow motion. We'll get to the Winchester. Here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Slow motion is recording.
I am recording. Fire it well.
Next, that poor, sad watermelon. Ready?
This is gonna be messy. Ready? Fire! Melon.
And that, my friends, is the power of a 45-70. All right, so Springfield trapdoor is definitely a fun gun, large caliber. However, during that time, Winchester was making this, the repeater. I believe this held 8 or 9 rounds in it. Why the military was going with a single shot rifle, I don't know. But a lot of soldiers would actually buy their own rifles and use these in war. So we're at 25 yards. I'll be aiming for the top target down there. And we'll see where we hit. And unlike the Springfield, we'll be shooting and not going up to look. And I will be using this little tangent sight too, this little guy here. Ready?
Ready. Fire away.
Hit somewhere.
Yeah, you hit high.
How high?
Like just at the very, very top.
Let me try that again. This time without this little sight. Ready?
Ready. Okay, just the top right of the circle.
All right. So I know about where I gotta put it.
Are you aiming the bottom target, top target?
Top target.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, top right. Outermost circle.
All right, let's go back to 50 yards. And we're back. Now we're at 50 yards. Let's see how this thing handles 50 yards. Ready?
Ready.
Where'd my...
Can't tell from this distance.
All right, let's go down to 100 yards, or 95. Aim for Lieutenant Dan. Remember the headshot we got?
And we're...
Wait a minute. Give me that.
It's your job, what the hell?
How'd that happen? All right, 95 yards away. Lieutenant Dan. Gun is empty. All right, let's go find out. Well, Lieutenant Dan would have been safe. I was aiming for here. These guns are shooting high for some reason. Like, I don't know why they're shooting so high. Anyway, so here's a hard yard shot, as you see. If Lieutenant Dan was in the center, well, I was aiming for the center, he's shifted to the left. Give me that. I was aiming for the center about here. He is shifted this way a little bit. So if he was over here, would have gave him a nice haircut. So I'm gonna give that as hard yards with this gun. If you know what you're doing with it, I mean, once again, center. Now for these. 25, that was the first 25 yarder.
Yep.
Took the top off of it. I re-fixed myself at 25 yards. Hit here. 50 yards aiming here, hit here. So it is shooting high too. However, remember, this is 130-year-old guns. Both of them over 130 years old. So for these guns to even fire and function and still be able to use like that, to me, is awesome. All right, so now that the scientific stuff is done, let's get to blowing a couple things up and we'll give our final thoughts. All right, so now for funsies, we have 2 rounds loaded in the 1873 Winchester 3840. 1 round, we're going to destroy a bottle of water. Let's do it together. All right, you ready?
Ready. Not very dramatic.
That's definitely less, and that is probably, where'd you go?
Oh, go ahead.
That's probably why the government went with 4570. If we can, Ryan in the editing desk, show side by side, slow motion, 4570, 3840. All right, so now, still recording?
Yeah.
We're gonna shoot that prime and the melon together. What flavor is that prime?
Strawberry watermelon.
Now it's strawberry, watermelon, and cantaloupe. Let's get this thing reloaded. It's very cool, this lifter system in these guns. All right, let's go over here. Anthony, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Still not very dramatic.
Looks like we have
Impact. Went through.
went through and through.
One can survive. Wait, were there 3 cans?
That was 3 cans. That was the last can.
Where's the other one?
So that's definitely entry, exit. Those 2 cans. Entry, exit.
Oh, is that it back there? I just like this already. Nope, I think that was it.
Is that entry, exit?
That was something.
Yeah, so they went through all the cans. That was a can that's on the side. So, ladies and gentlemen, it might not have a lot of explosive, but because it's slower, it did penetrate everything. All right, so let's go back to the table, give your final thoughts. All right, there you have it. That is our video. That is our shooting and just general fun of these antique firearms of the model 1884 trapdoor Springfield and 1873 Winchester. Let us know what you liked, if you want us to bring out some more old guns from the battery and shoot some, because I do have more of these. If you want to see more of that, let us know in the comments below. If there's anything else you want to see done with these, let us know as well. We really thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Doug. As always, Anthony behind the camera.
We're hungry, we want to get this over with.
Yeah, we're going to get some food. Thank you so much for watching Battery of Arms. We'll see you next time.